Hi everybody, this is Usha Pandit, your Mindsprings English teacher, and today I've got you a lesson on foreign phrases. Common, very common, and if you use them then you sound impressive, you sound sophisticated, and you're able to express yourself very succinctly, which means you can say in one word that you are something that you will otherwise flounder and something that you would otherwise find very difficult to say in normal English. So these are excellent words for you to know, and they are very common, mind you. All of it will come from my book Writing with Ease. It's got a whole section on foreign phrases, and I think that's where you will find all of it. Today I'm just going to do about 10-15 of them, but they are very useful, so wait with me till the end so that you get all those phrases. Okay, so the first one we've got on the list is tete-a-tete. So if you say they had a little cozy tete-a-tete, what do we mean? Tete is the French word for head, so it means head to head. So what does it mean? They had a very cozy chat. So if you're talking about your boss and somebody else having a tete-a-tete, it means they must have shared some secrets, they must have conspired to do something. It can be many things. Okay, so tete-a-tete is one of those words that you want to use. Check out the spelling, tete-a-tete. If you use these in your examinations, if you use it in your college essays, if you use it in your speaking, you will automatically be seen as someone who has power and control over the language. So it's worth it. The next one I've got is ab initio. So many of you who are doing French or Spanish or one of those languages in a school will understand this term because you are in, let's say, a grade 8 and you're doing it for the first time for an examination. So ab initio is to do something for the first time. Okay, start from scratch, start from the beginning. That's the meaning of ab initio. The next one I've got is ad infinitum. Now you see all these ads coming in, ad, these are from Latin. Okay, so ad infinitum means something that goes on and on and on infinitely. So if you are a person who's complaining, someone might say she complains ad infinitum. They might also say that you complain ad nauseam. What is nausea? Nausea everybody knows. So nausea means you feel like throwing up. So you're complaining so much that I want to throw up. Ad nauseam, it never ends. I'm nauseated because you're complaining so much. So ad nauseam is a good word to use. A very common word is alibi. That's something everyone has heard. If it's a crime scene and people are being asked for proof and evidence, some of them might have an alibi. An alibi is getting someone to claim that you were not on the crime scene. So it's a certain proof that you offer to say you were not there, you were somewhere else. So that person who says it becomes your alibi. The next one I've got is faux pas. Very interesting, faux pas. Faux pas again is a French word, it means false step. So where do you make these false steps? You make them culturally. You know, when you, for example, if you went to a very strict sort of Brahmin house where they are very particular about what you do when you enter their houses, and you put your shoes and you walk right into the temple, the little sanctum in their houses, then you would be committing a faux pas. So faux pas in different cultures would be different things, isn't it? There's no right and wrong, good or bad about it. It's just that it's a false step. Now your faux pas can also be something like clothes, where you wear, let us say you wear black for a wedding. It's where you consider it inauspicious, certain colors, you don't use that, or you go for a funeral wearing a bright, red dupatta. That sort of thing is a faux pas. The next one I've got for you is quid pro quo. Now quid pro quo, QUO, is a common one. It literally means you help me and I'll help you. So whenever you have a business deal, you might not just have a deal, you might say, I'm going to give you something and you give me something back. So if I give you business, then you better make sure that you pick up some other bill of mine. You know, quid pro quo is not always legal and straight. They're often things that are done underhand also. So quid pro quos can be, what will you do for me if I give you something? That's what it literally means. So that's a nice one to use. Then you know these words zilch. She knows zilch. What does zilch mean? It's a word for zero. Zilch means doesn't know anything. So if you say she knows zilch, it's better than saying she doesn't know anything, because you just sound smarter. If you say all of it went kaput. Now kaput, I think, is one of those words that comes from Turkey or one of those places. I'm not completely sure, but kaput means went burst, came to nothing. All the efforts went kaput, means all the efforts went to nothing and nothing was gained. Okay, the next one I've got is for you is laissez-faire. Laissez-faire is another very common word. If you say a laissez-faire policy, a laissez-faire attitude, which means let it be. Let everything go on as they are going. Nobody really interferes, nobody really tells you what to do. It's a very laissez-faire situation. You can also have countries that are laissez-faire. Let it just go as it is going. It's all very well for a while. Then when trouble starts cropping up, then people stop being laissez-faire. Right? Laissez-faire. The next one I have is en masse. En masse means in a mass, all together. So if you en masse vote against a party, then they lose. En masse, if the people defect to another party, then the party that is victorious also loses, because they have all walked to the other side. En masse, in a mass. So en masse you can protest, and en masse there are many things that you can do which are very, very strong. The word placebo, I don't know if you've heard it. The word placebo literally means a sort of medicine that's given to you to make you feel better, not because the medicine contains something very good, but because psychologically you feel better after taking medicine. So placebos are normally given to people when they are in medical trials, you know. So one group is given the real drug and the other group is given the placebo. So now they can test whether the drug really has any effect, or whether it's just a psychological feeling where you feel I've taken this drug, I'm already feeling better. So that's a placebo. You can use it in a variety of situations wherever people manipulate you by giving you something that has no real value. The next one I've got is bona fide. Bona fide is genuine. Bona fide means it's a genuine thing, a bona fide document. So if you ask, is this bona fide? What you are asking is this a genuine document or is it something that is fake? So you might have bona fide news that is genuine and authentic and that can be verified. That's the word bona fide. Okay. And then I have this amazing word, German word, schadenfreude. So it's pronounced schadenfreude, and you can see the spelling, it's quite different. Now schadenfreude is what typically happens when you start taking enjoyment from other people's misery. So it's a terrible thing to do. But how do you express this in words, you know? In one word, schadenfreude, you can express what you are trying to say. So you say, oh my God, the poor have been taxed and the rich seem to be quite happy with it. They don't seem to be protesting, they don't seem to be saying anything because it's schadenfreude. Or one group of people have been disadvantaged and the others are indifferent, schadenfreude, which means you are saying those people are enjoying the other people's misery, and that's schadenfreude. Fait accompli, another French word. Fait accompli literally means to accomplish something. It's finished. So if they have passed a certain law and afterwards people are debating about it on television, what's the point? It's a fait accompli, which means it's over. It's done. Now you can keep on talking till the cows come home, but it's already over. So if you say it's a fait accompli, means no point, it's done, it's over. The other one I've got is magnum opus. So there are some movies that become magnum opus, like they run and run. You can almost, name them. Gone with the Wind, Mother India. These are all magnum opus films. Even when they come after 50 years, you still go and see them. And these are big productions, a big piece of art, say, of certain artists, you would say that's his magnum opus. Then you have another very interesting word, double entendre. Double entendre is another French word. Double is double, entendre is literally hearing or listening to something that is double. This means double meaning. In very simple language, it means double meaning, and lots of jokes use double entendre. So, for example, if you say something like, if someone who is a murderer, you take the, I don't know if you've seen the movie The Silence of the Lambs. So you've got Hector Hannibal who says, I don't wish to chat anymore, I'm having an old friend for dinner. So now having an old friend for dinner can mean he's invited an old friend, or it means I'm literally having the old friend, I'm going to murder him and eat him up, because that's what Hannibal did. So that's a double entendre if he says it, not if you say it. Or if you say, they can also be very sexual. Now before you get me wrong, let me tell you, Shakespeare is full of double entendres, right? Now if you have in a joke, a man who walks up to a woman who's selling fruits, and he says, oh, those huge melons you've got there are lovely. Now she might be a buxom woman and she might take umbrage at what he's saying. Actually he means the melons at the back, but it has a double meaning which is sexual in nature and can cause him problems. You have this word carte blanche. Carte blanche literally means clean slate. Carte, card, blanche, white card, or literally meaning that you have a clean slate now to do whatever you want. So if you are in a project and the boss gives you a carte blanche, it means you can drive it any way you like. No directions, no interruptions, no unnecessary supervision, nothing. Carte blanche. Take this carte blanche and make it happen. That's the mandate that you've got. So you got the word carte blanche there. Volte-face. Volte-face a lot of people do. Our politicians do volte-faces all the time. What do? They promise us many things and then it's a volte-face. Volte-face is literally 180 turn around, not do it. Just do the opposite otherwise. All these are volte-faces. You can do volte-face on anything. If you renege or you go against a contract, then you are doing a volte-face. Okay. You have this word, what do I have left for you? We've got savoir-faire. Savoir-faire is a person who knows how to behave. Okay, literally in any situation, he adapts. He's very careful about the etiquette. He knows exactly. It's a kind of a chic. So a person with savoir-faire is someone who knows exactly how to behave in a situation. You might even reprimand someone and say, why are you behaving like that? That doesn't have any savoir-faire. That means basically saying you're not cool. That's not how you behave in this situation. So I think I have finished the list that I had for you here. Now if you have any doubts, don't forget to put it in the comments box. And if you like what you heard today and you want to learn more, do write that also. Don't forget to subscribe. Do not forget to press the bell notification. Don't forget to go to the website www.mindsprings.in and pick up that book if you want more of foreign phrases. And till we meet again, keep smiling.